a referee de ni ma Nyankopon eni asem bia e be ka kire no me se me ni ma Nyame ambe bondu ase adwuma ba bia Nyankopon de tua wo ka right
Vivi kaka. Omati hukuma.
Ghana blasters and continue.
Oh mama. Well, my enchia umbra ANP TV so. Ukuma pima apembeba kase abde no apeke. Ziare apeke ama coach Prosper Nate Ogum ene Kumasi Asante Kroko. 5 consecutive matches, 5 wins. Ewo Ghana Premier League in 4 wins in the Ghana Premier League and a 1 win. Ewo MTN FA Cup nim. Kumasi Asante Kroko. The last 5 matches Kodoko coincide just 1 goal. Na chese enyoma ekoye edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Ene Asante Kroko achi baby any goal stars aboard a cam yenua omo ain't me auntie. Minim se wenya ntie ne dada. Abrantia ye freno Justice in Kuku Blay first half and o convert penalty. Edema Kumasi Asante Kroko. Second half and Abrantia ye freno Kwame Poku Beye after the second camino. The first game Edema Kumasi Asante Kroko ewo Kumasi Barbara Sports Stadium wa register the first goal. 2024-2025 Ghana Premier League nim timene wakase Kumasi Asante Kroko ehuri league log no sisi Asante Kroko ene tosum yenu with 27 points 3 points between Asante Kroko ene Diolidi league log no eye Heart of Lions a omo ewo 30 points. Now after the game coach Prosper Nate Ogum eden sema tuja na nyadaje na etie ensema coach Prosper Nate Ogum ere atuja ere afa Kumasi Asante Kroko omo new form omanya ene players bi enso ehon nsem ni nyina wa ha nemom ye kai se oba bomone ase oba subscribe channel no enso etimi ere amaye e afa comment esto ye comment section no uwia na wamia notification bell ne so na afi so wa share video no enso etimi ere amaye recommend the channel no fama afufuro nyina se AMP TV aha ena latest ni nyina onsa ebetimi aka no coach Prosper Nate Ogum ede nsema tudwa ede afa abrantia ye friend Kwame Poku ene abet amoa hawa omo partnership no enso ebeko ede ama Kumasi Asante Kroko se abet amoa returning from Black Galaxies camp when him say that China Ghana local team no any Nigeria local team no Bochan qualify game second leg eba so no o say abet amoa returning partnership no ebeko ye di ama Kumasi Asante Kroko na Peter Akwa Amidu coach Prosper Nate Ogum achirechirem die ntia abrante no ne form ne te koye kora na bono eno mankoyi na die tie ne unim Bernard Somwa tama wo Kumasi Asante Kroko no ne Peter Akwa Amidu enyina na eda room baako na omo kan yie papapa ena abrante ne nya move ewo Celta Vigo ewo Spain abrichimemu na Peter Akwa Amidu so enya move bia na esen kakodoko ohwe ni mu se omu beja na manako ena empanyimfo bi place call menhia say no akora no okwa ebe ha Asante Kroko ntino monene nkasa ena ohine panyi bi pa eni Peter Akwa Amidu ekasa say enya de se Kroko beja na manako nti on concentrate na on bobo no eno enya effect ewo abrante ne performance ye starting season no na enoma nkoyi emfama Peter Akwa Amidu eno na coach Prosper Nate Ogum echema wo ya abrante ne wadwuma ofre no 1-on-1 ene ne tenase echirechire noma mu chire no ena afin so o chire ne how training na obeya obegeni ne form ne back eno ena ama abrante no a regain ne form a utimi sesisi a Peter Akwa Amidu is on fire ene 2 goals Kumasi Asante Kroko share nyina na ye Peter Akwa Amidu ono ena ye twa na penalty eba ya Justice Blay ebo share ena Kwame Poku goal nso Peter Akwa Amidu ena pick ball o tweye ena opia to wode ma Kwame Poku a wode ball no eto atrem eno ensema coach Prosper Nate Ogum aka eriafa Peter Akwa Amidu na coach Prosper Ogum akasa ere afa abrante a ye frɛ no Frederick Asare goalkeeper ere makumase Asante Koroko ochema enei mansem twofo meridi minis bia ewo abrante no absent ewo kumase Asante Koroko game on boy wapra abrante friend Frederick Asare epra na ni pra no ohia rest babia engine no ohia homegie enti no obegina home kakra na ahomegie ni mu no na omuhu se sisia no goalkeeping department no se omanfo obi ama ebia na Kamara ya sisi odem no ono nso konya problem Asante Koroko eho ebe kire omo unim se Fatawa no choice goalkeeper no ono nso epla eno nti na ma omakofa new goalkeeper aba enti no ompese ensem twofo beka se hey Frederick Dabi eye injury na abrante no enso etimi assustani enyo no nko a eye Henry Kwame Ensu abrante no nso ochema na pantan when your problem with a panta intino na who he say ono so ebenya rest kakra enso eho eno coach Prosper na Ogum and some of the two after the game between Babiani Gold Stars enso eho coach Prosper na Ogum aside in some two efa abrantia your friend Justice in Kuku Blay abrantia ne performance ene odane di edema kumase Asante Koroko ochema Justice Blay ene no bono simple because na obo according to instructions of the coach ochema okacha ni say the position no baby owono ene so say oye no simple and so eho nti ene Justice Blay he was playing according to instructions of coach Prosper Nate Ogum eno nsema coach Prosper Nate Ogum retuja efa Justice Blay ho osan ekasa erefa abrantia your friend Kwame Poku performance ene odane ochema Kwame Poku performance enya ne ono coach ne de abrante no adjoin ne omo be 4 weeks a omo ne na ye training ena team no obia respect Kwame Poku omo nyina respect ena ono nso de buo ema players ni nyina enti o he training na no omo aye ono otimia any team no abo omo ho a omo nya understanding na ene ne performance oputu ne apono ono coach Prosper Nate Ogum de na enya ne nwanwa ba akokra eno nsema coach Prosper Nate Ogum enso edituja efa Kwame Poku performance enho na coach Prosper Nate Ogum ekasa frɛ abranti a friend Samuel Tenedu o say ensem twofo wa twera to social media ne so bia AMP monsa nkoyi free o abranti a friend Samuel Tenedu onni ba bia akɔ o kumase Asante Koroko oye Asante Koroko player enti wa wo be kase ebia abranti a friend Samuel Tenedu loan ana kotoko name alone enye no kre obekoso aye kotoko player kwesisi ye bewie season no enso eho eno enso coach Prosper Nate Ogum after the game the post match ensema ode kotudwa ochema koroko chances of the winning the league no omasua bibi every last season they were enormous fakoye into omo fan game after game match after match and osadi tudwa say Ghana your standard of the league no on the who say teams ni beble no omo bo defensive football teams ni beble omo nim how to defend and na we goal scoring na act enti no eno problem kakra edman enti obeka say the way teams no shia anase omo pe defensive play no eno na ama ye standard of the league no en sheda in this ro yen sheda hu goals ni beble but ni nyina mu no on the who say teams no eshe goals enso eho we ensema coach Prosper Nate Ogum head coach Edema Kumasi Asante Koroko after Babiani Gold Stars game no ensema ode to enseptwefo nim yenkotie free coach Prosper Nate Ogum edim nemom no yenkotie Prosper Nate Ogum no na o subscribe enso edema ANP TV
Kotoko comes very aggressive, very hard, sometimes even very rough. They come to frustrate us, so we also need to go by that approach to make sure that if they come with that mentality, if they come with that tactical approach, we are also ready to meet them in that manner. So I think that's what is making the trick now.
Right, and I'm sure Pampoku impressed you very well today, but from where I sit, I think you must be really dreaming if you get Albert and Pampoku to play together. That will be some forward power you have.
Absolutely. I mean, these are two great players. They all have the hunger for goals in terms of their positional awareness They are very good in terms of composure in front of goal. They are very good. If you look at the goal Kwampoku scored, I mean, he just passed the ball into the net. It tells you he was aware of where he was. He just passed the ball into the net. So getting the two of them playing will be exciting. It will be more productive. It will create more chances for us. It will give us more goals, and of course, it will pin opponents into their area, because you give them the time and the space. I'm sure they will punish you.
And I know you don't like, specifically talking about individual players, but I want you to talk about Peter. He struggled at the start of the season, wasn't playing so much, but in the last few games, he's picked form and he's playing like the way he was playing last season. What has been the trick for Peter as well?
I think the first thing is that I engaged him, I spoke to him, I asked him what was the issue, we spoke about it, and I gave him my support, that I was ready to support him, to let him get back to his old self. In terms of training, I also told him what makes him Peter, and therefore he needs to pay attention to that at training, and then he promised to do that, and I think from there we've seen the Peter of last season, and it's good for us, because if you have these players who have seen it last season play very well for us this season, it gives us a brighter chance of winning games and then moving on in the league.
Right, last one from me before my colleagues come in. I think we know that Albert Amo and are in Nigeria with the Black Galaxies, but today there was no Ansu, there was no Asare. Are there any injury concerns?
Yes. Ansu is not well. He had his molar, the last teeth they removed, so it's gave him some pain. So he was on some antibiotics. And then we decided that because the game is a contact game, training will be aggressive, somebody might hit that place. So the whole of the week, he didn't turn up for training. Asare also has a problem with the knee, and that is why we didn't see him today. And then who else?
I think Albert and
Albert and Entry, they are on national duty. So we didn't see Ansu because of this, and we didn't see Asare because of what I just mentioned.
Right, and if you want to confirm that, is Asare's injury long term? Is that why Benjamin is joining the team?
It's not a long-term injury, but then it's a type of injury that the best way to cure it is to rest the affected part. He needs to rest it for some number of weeks. So we thought it wise that he needs to rest. So that's why we are not seeing him. Benjamin, we all know, is a U20 national team goalkeeper with young apostles, keeping very well. So having him, I'm a type of coach, I believe in giving challenge to your teammates, where in positions you have people fighting for the position. Once people begin to fight for positions, then it brings that competition in the team, and it brings the desire within everybody to play. So I think we've brought him in for the fact that we need to augment the goalkeeping department, so that in the case like what has happened to Asare, will not be found wanting. And remember, Fatau too wasn't that well. We were just lucky last week. Strangely, he just got well and started training with us. So we're looking at Asare, we're looking at Fatau, their conditions, and then we're like, if they don't come back on time, and let's say something also happens to Kamara, who is now keeping, then we'll be in trouble. So to be on a safer side, let's bring in a goalkeeper to augment the department. So that is why we brought him.
Right. And talking about challenges and competition in your team, the only natural left back, senior natural left back you have in the team is Patrick, and the workload with him playing almost every game, apart from the last game where he was out because he had accumulated yellow cards. Are you bringing in the left back or the defender?
Absolutely, we are looking. We've considered somebody, so we are looking at the person, and then at the right time, if we think that he fits into what we want, then we'll bring the person on board.
Right. Questions for Doc? Please go on.
Doc, I'm about to sorry. We would like to know the situation with Isaac Miller, because he was training the team now the transfer to his people. We want to know the situation.
At the moment, we leave it as it is.
Next question for Doc, yes.
Doc, Raphael. Congrats for your team because in December it seems you've had all your games right. But coach, my concern is that the scenario this season is as similar as last season's scenario. Well, last season at the point the team was struggling, and before the season ended, we saw that you've been able to pick up your pieces. But unfortunately, the second round, you were not able to hold on the pace you ended the first round. How are you sure this team, this season, will be able to maintain this form you picked up as compared to last season? Because I can see that you are in contention for the Ghana Premier League. This is just as last season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but then we've learned from our lessons from last season, and then we know what to do. I mean, next in terms of trying to keep the momentum for the second round. But for now, we have 2 more games to end the first round. So let's focus on the 2 games, and then from there we'll know what to do. But then I want to assure you that we'll manage the situation very well so that we don't get into that situation or that state again like we did last season.
Questions for Doc? Last one.
So coach, my name is Jeffta from Aspo TV. Previously, we were talking about creating competition for your players. So I'm particular about Justice Blay. Just in today's game, it was not rather spectacular like he used to. It was like that for almost the entire game. Why did you still keep him on the pitch? Was it something you purpose to do, or because you talked about competition? You should have. I was thinking maybe you could have got someone for just this game to change things.
Yeah, I don't know how you saw it, but then to me, he was doing the right things, right in his position. We're playing within a structure, and how he was supposed to orient himself with and without the ball. He was connecting very well with the defense and the midfield. How he was supposed to orient himself with and without the ball was good. So to me, as a coach in the technical area, what I wanted him to do, he was doing it right for me. Maybe you wanted to see him to be very extravagant in certain decisions there, but then today he kept it simple and straightforward, and per the responsibilities or the characteristics of that role, we just have to just win the ball, connect with a teammate, and then support play. And he was doing it perfectly. So to me, he was okay. Again, he gave us some balance and stability. You know, he comes with vast experience in terms of playing in that position. So to me, it was good keeping him there because we needed to make sure that we win the Norfolk battle, because our inability to win it was going to create problems for us. So he was kept there purposely for that, and he did it excellently.
Coach, you can see from my face that I'm happy just for you, because at a point in time my own police were calling me Ogum boy because I was defending you, you know, when things were not well. Now 5 out of 5. Now everybody can sleep now. But
we can't sleep because the league is not over.
Okay.
We can only sleep when the league is over.
Okay, coach. The performance of Kwame Poku today, because a player who has been out for some time now, putting up this performance, were you surprised? And lastly, the situation of Tenedu. I just want to know the situation of Tenedu. He is going alone, or he'll be part of the team till the end of the season?
Why has anybody told you that it's going on?
That is the speculations in the media.
Let speculations be. I mean, so have you officially heard from Kotoko media space that he's going? He's not going anywhere. He's with us. So please, it's never true. Let me use this platform to tell everybody that it's never true. Whoever has written that should retract that. It's never true. Right? He's our player. On Kwampoku, I'm not surprised because he's been here before. He's played in the league for some time now, and he's gotten the experience. And then most importantly, since he came, he has been with us, training with us day in, day out. waiting patiently for this day to come, for the registration to open, for him to have this opportunity. So in terms of integration, because he's been with us for about 4 weeks or so, I think that he's been able to integrate very well into the team. His colleagues respect him so much, and he comports himself so well at training. He's always encouraging the boys that it is doable. So to me, I'm not surprised, because in terms of natural talent, he has it already. And he's been able to now use this natural talent to integrate himself into the team. So he's bonded very well, and I think it's good for us today.
That's the last one for Doc. Then go to Samba.
Hi, Coach. Merry Christmas.
Many happy returns. Thanks.
Now, the point that between Colorado and out of line 16 points, do you think that this win, at least 5 consecutive wins in Ghana, inclusion of the FA Cup, do you foresee that practice your chance to win the Ghana Premier League? Then again, I have a concern with the standard of play in our league. We've played 15 matches instead of 45. The leader has secured 30 points. It means 15 is gone. Do you think this really represents the standard of Ghana football? And do you think it's sometimes have an impact on our team's performance in Africa, especially against the other African teams?
Right. On the first one was on
the chances of winning
for that one, what I can tell you is that I believe in taking it game by game. I mean, it's step by step. So that's what I can tell you. I mean, goal scoring has actually been an issue in the league. If you watch all the teams that play, every team is able to create chances, but it's about scoring. Goal scoring is an art, and it's something that is inborn. Sometimes, if you have people who are natural goal scorers, it's easier. But then, unfortunately, we don't have these natural goal scorers across the teams in the league. That is why sometimes a team can even play very well, and then that team will even get a point. And then again, the league. I mean, most of the teams. The nature of the league is that it's very defensive in nature. Most of the teams can defend very well. It's easier for Ghanaian teams to defend than to attack and create and score. It's very easier for teams. So I think looking at the solidity, the compactness in the defensive structure of all the teams that play in the league, it makes it very difficult to score. So that's why you see a lot of teams, picking points or sharing points instead of winning. So that team plays very well, but then they are unable to win. So I think, one, we don't have the natural goal scorers across the teams in the league. And then two, I believe also that most of the teams, or almost all the teams, can defend very well than in terms of trying to attack, create, and score.
Thank you, Coach. Samba, congratulations.